Welcome to Present Poetry. I'm your host, Erin Crittenden, and all poems within this podcast are either public domain or used with permission from the author or the author's estate. It's a fun time for poetry lovers of all ages, so sit back, relax, and get ready to hear some poems of the past and the present. This week's featured poet is Philip Berry. Philip Berry is a medical doctor from London whose poetry and short fiction has been featured in Black Bough, Poetry Birmingham, The Healing Muse, Deracine, and Dream Noir. He also runs a medical blog known as The Illusions of Autonomy, where he talks about medical ethics, patient-doctor relationships, legal cases, and more. Aside from that, he also has academic publications, interactive medical experiments, and several books and short stories available through his website. To learn more about this author and his works, you can connect with him on social media through the links in the description below. This poem is called 3 Months Dry. Brittle wheat snaps under scarred knees, scented sticks, dirty gold. Tar-stained forelocks of old smokers dying slowly on metal stools. In the bar she tends, fingertips squared by hammer toil, loose boots dusty, hope atomized. Face to the sun, she takes kernels into a sickled hand, grinding them down to quiet screams, her lips preserved in petroleum sheen. This poem is called Bright. 1,000 threads wove symbols in the space around his mind, charged with passion, but love neutral and unclaimed. A family of 3, mother, daughter, younger son, divide white lilies. She drops one, the daughter, clumsy and uncomfortable. Their mother leads, determined to memorialize, casting wet stems into the city's river, where she draped opaline fingers across his blue jaw. This poem is called Carpenter's Legacy. The timber gate has broken down. Dropped joints gasp in earth's top inch. A hinge reaches for its life partner. My mud-fat foot meets softened grain. Our paths are blind to forgotten pride. This poem is called Discovered. On summer nights, we sip nitrogen from porous friends. Leaves unfist at dawn, lucent green versus the tactility of rust. Betrayal thickens the vine, where iron folds oblique vocabulary. Of the averted gaze, we lack the kindness to keep both eyes blind. This poem is called The New Age. Roads split, throats burn. Silhouettes peer into the machinery of progress. Tendons contract to the whisper reflex. Cut vessels ooze thickened ink. Fatal affliction on cursive labels swing on knotted string. This corpse demands the dignity of consensus. Its anatomy permits no evasion behind formalin eyes. After the lesson, she throws coarse stitches, and finally her chest rests, like a shirt buttoned hastily in the dark. Thank you for listening to this episode of Present Poetry. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review, share us on social media, or subscribe so you never miss an episode. If you would like to learn more about the featured poet, or you would like your work featured on the podcast, please check out the links in the show notes. Thank you again for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.